Hello everyone, welcome back to Escape Roots Yoga for your Vinyasa Monday. I'm Jody Scarrow and today we are doing a full practice. I haven't taught a full practice either in person or online in a couple months, so I thought this was long overdue. So I'm really excited to be doing this with you all. Let's get started down on the ground. And we're going to come into a child's pose. So if it feels like this class is kind of starting slow for you, just know that we are going to kind of move through all parts of the body. So kind of stick with it and see if you can kind of override that part of your brain that wants to get things done faster. Once you make your way down into your child's pose, rest the third eye on the mat. See if you can soften the center between the eyebrows and even maybe let yourself sink a little deeper into the mat. And then let's reach the fingertips as far out as you can in front of you and rise up onto the fingertips. So you're kind of hollowing out the hands and lifting the wrists up, keeping the fingertips on the mat, and then just see if you can kind of find a little arch in your upper back. And then engage the core and draw the belly button in, draw the chin towards the chest, and we're kind of finding a cat back here in our child's pose. Inhale, drop the chest. You could maybe even turn the chin down, so forehead up. And then exhale, pressing the floor away, keeping the hips down low, so hips still driving towards the heels, finding that cat back in this child's pose. Inhale here at the top, and then exhale as you roll forwards, coming into your tabletop position. From here, inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders down the spine, lift the chest. Draw the belly button in at the bottom. See if you can kind of find your obliques here, just noticing what they feel like, not worrying about what they look like. And then exhale, press the floor away. And at the top, as you exhale, see if you can pull the belly button in further, squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips forwards, noticing that core activation. And then inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, press the floor away. Return back to your neutral spine. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Dropping your right shoulder down on the mat. Pull that left hip crease back. And you're breathing into the area between the shoulder blades and the ribs. Beautiful. When you're ready, take your right hand, press it back down to the mat. We'll do the other side right away. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, drop that left shoulder down, left ear down on the mat, pull the left hip back, rolling, trying to get the back of the head on the mat. Nice work. When you're ready, press the left hand back down onto the mat, curl the toes under, we rise up into bear pose, and we breathe here. Maybe tipping the pelvic bowl back a little bit. And then send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Take as many steps as you need here. So kind of pressing into one side and then the other. And then when you're ready, inhale, roll your way forwards to that high plank that we love so much in yoga. Draw the belly button in, try to make the torso wider, and pull the heads of the shoulders back. Exhale, bend the knees to bear. Inhale, hips go up and back, downward facing. Two more like that. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees to bear. Inhale, back up, downward facing. Couple breaths here. If you find your hands are sticking a little bit, they're kind of gross, but helpful tip I learned over in Belfast is if you add a little bit of saliva to your hands, then they don't slip as much. So if you think that's gross, that's fair. But if you want to use that, that's a pretty accessible tip for a lot of us. When you're ready, inhale, roll forward, side plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, hips go up and back, down dog. Go ahead and walk the hands in towards the feet now at the top of the mat. We're just going to take the two peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, drop the chest, pull those elbows out to the side. Crown of the head rooting down towards the ground. Feet are about hip distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. You come into Utkatasana, but more of a kind of power Utkatasana because our feet are still hip distance apart. Try to rip your mat apart. So you're trying to spread the feet away from each other. Heels away from each other. Low belly draws in. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, left arm comes across the thighs. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Pull that left hip crease back. And then take your right arm, internally rotate it, and then see if you can look all the way for your left hip behind the back. Nice work. From there, take your left hand, you're going to interlace it with your right hand that's behind your back. And then still in your chair pose, kind of undo the twist with your upper body and take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Here for 3, 2, 1, straighten those knees. Keep the hands interlaced, but straighten both your elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, lean your way forwards. Keep a little bend in the knees. It's still very early in the practice. And you're just trying to release the neck, release the backs of the legs, and kind of start opening the chest here. Release the hands, bend the knees, come back into your chair pose. So biceps up by the ears. You're still trying to spread the floor. Then take your left hand down across the thighs. Right arm across the thighs. Oh boy, left arm up towards the sky. If you did the other side, or if I mixed my words up, just do the side that you haven't done yet. So go ahead and keep pulling that right hip crease back. And then internally rotate the left arm. Take it behind the back, looking for your right hip crease. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, right hand comes to join with the left. Still in your squat, undo the twist in your upper body, and then take that right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathing here. Keep the bend in the knees. Notice if you're kind of trying to come out. Beautiful. Release. Straighten the arms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lean your way forwards. Find that same chest opener again. Maybe this time if you want a little bit more, you can try to bring the heels of the hands together. Inhale. Great big exhale. Release the hands nice and slow. And then rise up all the way to stand. Step to the top of your mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. So your Namaskar A. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, work your way back, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 2 breaths here. Gaze forwards, rise on the toes, bend the knees, hop feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 2 breaths here. Gaze forwards, rise and bend. Hop feet to hands. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right back down. We'll call this one the last one. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Lower down, yoga push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll spend a few breaths here. Gaze forwards, rise on the toes, bend the knees, hop feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands start center. Nice work. At the top of the mat, let's inhale the left arm up overhead. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Right arm slides down the thighs as we draw the low belly in and the ribs in, coming into a little side bend here. Keep pulling the thighs up. And try to almost tuck your right ribs underneath you. It's almost like you're coming into a little bit of a crunch on the right side of the body. Breathing into that left rib cage. Beautiful. Come back through the center. Inhale, right arm comes up now. Exhale, sway the hips over to the other side. Keep lifting up the belly. Think doing up your thigh, your fly in high-waisted jeans. And then pull that left hip back. Left ribs. Woo-hoo. Tuck under and down. And then when you're ready, come back up to the center. Nice work. Let's take those kind of Bikram style half moon poses, or 26 and 2 rather. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, come into Kali Mudra with your hands. And then we'll lift the thighs up, draw the low belly in, and sway the hips over to the left. Keep squeezing the head between the arms. Get the whole palm together. And shift your weight backwards towards your heels as you pull that left hip crease back. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Back through the center. Inhale at the top. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Breathing here. Noticing if your eyes are moving around, trying to kind of mentally escape. See if you can stay still for 3, 2, 1. Back to the middle. Nice work. Hands come to the low back. Let's take a little back arch. Almost like you're taking your hands into the back pockets of your jeans. We'll call them the same high-waisted jeans we just used. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Big exhale. Let it feel good. And then deep bend in the knees. Come into Utkatasana, or chair pose. From here, shift the weight back. Pick the toes up off the mat. Keep the biceps by the ears. We breathe here, squeezing the legs together, and then inhale, come forwards. Weight on the toes now, and then bring the hands out in front of you and sink the hips down towards the heels. Nice work, everyone. From here, keep the feet together. Hands can come down in front of you, and we're just going to kind of make our way back onto our tail, coming into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees apart. Take your hands, we're going to interlace them around the big toes. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, sink the heart back, coming into your kind of angry cat back. From here, take an inhale as you come forwards. Use the elbows to press the knees down and out to the sides as you pull the chest forwards. Inhale. Exhale, take it back. Hopefully starting to feel nice and warm here. Ready for your practice, ready to start flowing. And just begin to oscillate between these two poses if you haven't done so already. Beginning to feel those hips opening up. Awesome. And then take your right leg out long in front of you. Left leg comes up nice and high on that inner thigh. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, come down for Janu Sirsasana. Elbows are nice and close by the calf, and then maybe you're flexing that, or straightening and flexing the right leg hard enough so the heel eventually comes off the floor. Now, if you're not there today, that's very normal. You can have a big bend in this knee and still get the same benefits of this pose. Inhale, come back up. And then take the right leg, cross it over your left knee, and we come into half Lord of the Fishes. Maybe taking your left elbow to the outer edge of right knee and sitting up nice and tall here. Getting into that right hip as we try to sink both hips down towards the mat. We sit up nice and tall, and that right arm behind us is kind of acting like a tent peg, if you will. It's keeping us upright. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the right leg. So we come back to Janu Sirsasana. Take your left arm back behind you. Rise up onto that left leg. Oh my goodness. And then lift the right leg up. So we're in that half moon that we used to do many moons ago. Inhale, lift here. And then exhale, draw the the right leg in towards the right elbow. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with rights and lefts. We'll get through it. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come in. Last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come in. Beautiful. Sink back down. From here, shift your weight back. We're coming into boat pose. We'll keep the knees bent for our first one here, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Inhale and exhale. Maybe straighten the knees now if you like for 3, 2, 1. Janusasana on the other side. So left leg out long, right leg up nice and high on the inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean your way forwards. Maybe elbows in nice and tight. And maybe getting the heel off the floor. Breathing here. Beautiful work. Begin to work your way back up. Bend the left knee and wrap it around the right as we work our way into half Lord of the Fishes on the other side. Sinking both your hips down, reaching up nice and tall with the crown of the head. Shoulders fall away from the ears. Just allow yourself to find a moment of calm. Go ahead and undo. Work that left leg towards straight. We come back into Janusasana. Right arm comes behind us, and we rise up into our half moon. Left leg floats. Inhale here. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, extend. 4 more like this. Exhale, come in for 4. Inhale. This is 3. Inhale. 2. Inhale. And 1. Inhale. Beautiful. Sink back down. Come back to your Navasana, back to your boat pose. And we'll hover here, legs straight or bent for 3. Lifting up, trying to flatten out the low back. 2. And 1. Hands to heart center. Exhale, lower down for a half boat, squeezing the legs together. Dropping the low back towards the floor, widening the torso. 3, 2, 1. Back up, boat pose. Bend the knees, cross the feet. Step back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, pull forwards, nose to knee. We're gonna hold here at the top, getting as much compression in the low belly as you can. Knee lifts high, hips drop low for 3, 2, 1. Right foot in between the legs. Drop the back knee as you hook the thumbs and open the chest. Inhale here. And then exhale, crawl your way back, half split. Lifting those front toes up, pulling the right hip crease back. Breathe here. Crawl your way back to the top of the mat. Hook the thumbs, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, take it back. Work your way back forwards. Left hand comes down. Curl the back toes under. And lift your right arm up. We come into a twisted lunge. Breathing here. Begin to pick your left fingertips up off the mat. We're going to bring them to that left thigh. Stay in the twist. We balance for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, revolved lunge. So left fingertips reach forwards, right fingertips reach back. Inhale, exalt here. And then exhale, open up for warrior 2. Inhale, exalt here. And then exhale, we come for extended side angle, dropping the left arm down on the mat. Right arm down on the knee, left bicep up by the ear. We hold here for a moment, increasing the bend in that right knee, and then seeing if you can take your right hand all the way down to the floor, extended side angle. Beautifully done. Left hand comes down. Heel toe that right foot out to the side, and we hard flex both feet as we open up towards the right side of your mat. Shoulders pulling away from the ears. Awesome. As you exhale, sink the hips down low. Turn your head towards the back of the mat. Reach your fingertips towards the back of the mat on that right hand. Inhale, make it back up to your revolved skandasana. Exhale, hips sink down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Nice work. From here, we're coming into Skandasana. So turn towards your left. Keep crawling left. And bend your left knee. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Beautifully done. Spread the wings like a bird, opening up the chest. Using that left shoulder to help open up. From here, sink the right hip down onto the mat. Extend the left leg to join the right. Paschimottanasana, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold over those legs. Maybe tucking the chin towards the chest, or maybe not. When you're ready, rise up nice and slow. Cross the feet, crawl your way forwards, and step into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, pull forwards, nose to knee. Holding here, dropping the hips lower, lifting the knee higher. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Kick your left foot forwards, drop the back knee, hook the thumbs, open the chest for your low lunge. Shoulders fall away from the ears. When you're ready, crawl your way back for half split. Pulling your left hip crease back. We'll come back to this pose 2 more times. Inhale, come forward, tuck the thumbs, open the chest. Exhale, take it back. Moving with control. Last one. Inhale, come forwards. Spreading the toes wide on that left front foot. Exhale, take it back. Crawl your way back forwards. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up. We activate the inner thighs. And then when you feel ready, begin to come onto the fingertips on the right hand. And then bring the right hand up to the right thigh. Balancing, lifting the belly off the front leg for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, we're going to open up. Warrior 2. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Exhale. We come to extended side angle. So use that left elbow on the left knee. Right bicep up by the right ear. This is slightly out of order from the other side. Don't worry. I remember. Left hand comes down. Right arm is still up by the ear. Maybe it's on the floor. Nice work. Okay, from here, bring both hands down to the mat just for a second. Roll onto the ball of the back foot. Rise up into a high lunge. Exhale, right arm forwards, left arm back. We come into a revolve lunge. Keep dropping that left hip. Inhale, little exalt here. And then exhale, we open up for warrior 2. Only for a moment. We're coming down into revolve skandasana. So right hand comes down. Left arm comes up. We're on the outer edge of both feet. Inhale here. Exhale, sink the hips down, pointing your left fingers towards the back of the mat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend. We have 3 more like this. This is 1. Inhale. 2. Inhale. And 3. Inhale. Turn towards your right. Crawl, crawl, crawl. Bend the right knee. Skandasana, hand started center. Beautifully done. If you'd like, you can extend the wings like a bird over to the right, using that right shoulder to open up the knee. When you're ready, sink the left hip down. Right foot comes forwards. This time we'll take a little bit of a wider forward fold, so take the feet to the outer edges or maybe wider from the mat. Work your hips back. Let the crown of the head fall forwards. Maybe you're reaching for the outer edges of the feet. And we just come into this forward fold for a moment, letting the heart rate begin to fall. As most of my subscribers are yoga teachers themselves, or rather practiced yogis, try to find a little bit of bend in the knees if you need. But listen to your body. Use that knowledge base of yoga that you already have. And when you're ready, walk the hands back in. You can bring the feet together. Cross the feet. Back to downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Inhale, make your way forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the top knee. Look under your left armpit. Circles with the ankle if you want. Inhale here. Exhale, nose to knee. Drop right foot in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale, twist towards your right. Getting that left elbow on the outer edge of the right knee. Arms are in prayer, or maybe they extend. Maybe you want to take a bind. Holding here. Breathing into the low belly, noticing that compression on the right side of the low belly. Beautifully done. Release the hands, crawl towards your left, and turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat for a forward fold. Maybe reaching for your heels, or maybe reaching for your toes, or any other variation that you might like. If you would like to take a headstand here, you can, creating a little basket for your head, or maybe you even want to do a tripod headstand here. Holding in this inversion, in whichever one you choose, for a few more moments. As you exhale, begin to bring the legs down. Taking your time as you exit your inversion. Inhale for a halfway lift. Bring your arms out by your sides in a T. Collect the low belly and then rise up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Turn towards the top of the mat. Step both feet together. Inhale. Arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. High lunge. From here, drop the back heel. Rise up, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Slide the thumbs down the back leg. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, forward fold, humble warrior. Just allowing yourself to enjoy that openness. Go ahead and release the hands. Snuggle the left shoulder under the left leg. Reach your hands around your back. We come into a bird of paradise prep. And then if you'd like, we're going to begin to work that left leg towards straight-ish. So if it doesn't get to straight, that's totally fine. If it does, that's awesome. Breathing here. Go ahead and release the bind. And we're going to try to kind of adjust and make ourselves into a Trikonasana pose. So make your way into triangle. If you want to hover that bottom left hand, go ahead. If you're feeling like you more so want to stretch today, that's an option too. For 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those inner thighs and rise up. We're taking a little back arch here. And then exhale as you cartwheel the hands forwards, coming into a low lunge for a second, and then stepping back, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Breathing here. Just letting the heart rate come down. When you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Pulling the thighs back, shining the tailbone up towards the sky, and letting the head feel heavy. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, bend the top knee. Maybe circles with the ankle. Keep trying to drop that left shoulder and left rib cage. Inhale here. Exhale, pull forwards, nose to knee. Drop the left foot in between the hands and rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale here. As you exhale, bow your way forwards. Step the right foot forwards as we come into a chair pose with the hands back behind us. Rise up onto the toes. Inhaling here. Exhale, sinking the heels back down. Take your left leg back now. Find that high lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step the left foot forwards. Keep the bend in the knees. We're in chair with a little bit of assistance. And then take the arms back behind you one more time. Breathe. Drill down with the heels as you rise up to stand, noticing the glutes firing. Nice work. Hands right center. Rise up on the toes. Exhale as you bend and sink your way all the way down. Hips towards the heels. Balancing, balancing. And keeping kind of that cool head. Okay, from here, we're going to send the arms as far as we can forwards. Shift the upper body weight forward, but the hips back. Your knees might separate a little bit here. We're just trying to tap the heels on the floor and then come back to that toe stand position. Noticing how you have to shift your body weight around in order to not topple over. So let's try that again. Heels are sinking down. Fingertips and upper body are reaching forwards. Knees are spreading wide. And then make your way back. Nice work. From here, hands come down. Jump your way back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Nice work, everyone. Breathe here. Left foot steps forwards. Right toes turn out on the 45. We rise up into our warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, pull your left hip crease back. Sink down a little bit lower. Interlace the hands behind the back. Slide the thumbs down the back leg. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, we come into humble warrior once again, but on the other side. Breathing here, on the same side. Release the hands as you crawl your way into a wide leg forward fold. So now facing the right side of the mat. If you're all tangled up here, do not worry. We're just happy you're on the mat. And by we, I mean me and you. Deep bend in the right knee. Straighten. Deep bend in the left knee. Straighten. Crawl your way towards the back of the mat. We're finding warrior one on this side now. Arms come up overhead. Pulling that right hip crease back. Letting go of any kind of expectation you have here. Release the hands, interlace them behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest open. And then exhale, roll your way forwards, humble warrior on the opposite side. Let the head hang heavy. Drop the hips a little bit lower. Tuck the right hip underneath you. And then release the hands. Snuggle the right shoulder under the right thigh, and then bring those hands together behind the back. Breathing into the belly. Letting that big twist that's coming down the line for us kind of be in our minds, but we're getting ready for it with this, kind of doing the flow in a reverse order. When you're ready, work that right leg, front leg, towards straight-ish. Once again, letting the head hang heavy. Still trying to tuck the right hip underneath you. And when you're ready, we grow into Trikonasana on the other side. So same options as the other side. If you want a little bit more of a strength-based training right now, you will be hovering the bottom hand. If you want more of a stretch, you're reaching that right hand for the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs, rise up, take a little back arch here. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down for just a moment. Roll onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale, left elbow comes to the outer edge of right knee, finding that twisted lunge we were just talking about. Breathing into the low belly, finding that compression, finding that opening. And then if you would like, you can take that bind on this side as well. Trying to get the left hand under and around the right thigh and the right arm behind your back. Beautiful. Release. Crawl your hands towards the left, all 10 toes. Face the long edge of the mat. Maybe reaching for the heels here as we come into that wide leg forward fold. Letting the heart rate start to fall again. And then just so we're even, crawl your way back to the right. Come into warrior one, facing the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. As you slide the thumbs down the back leg, we inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Finding that humble warrior one more time, maybe noticing some differences here in how you feel. Lovely. Hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back to a high plank. Chaturanga facing the back of your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Nice work. When you're ready, crawl those hands in. Tuck the toes under. Send the hips back onto the heels. And then we rise up as slow as you like, rolling all the way to stand. Nice work. Okay. Turn around so you're facing the top of the mat. Big toes together, heels apart. Exhale. Rooting down into the ground for your Tadasana, your mountain pose. We're going to take the right knee, draw it in towards the chest. Interlacing the hands around the front of the knee. Dropping the right hip down, shoulders pull away from the ears. When you're ready, left hand, left hip. 2 peace fingers on the right hand come around the big toe of the right foot. Work that leg towards straight. Keep pulling your right shoulder back, right hip back. And when you're ready, we're going to open that leg out to the side. Left arm can come out to the left, or you can internally rotate it, bring it behind the back, and try to look for your right hip. If you want a little bit more, you can turn your left head. You can turn your head towards the left. 3, 2, 1. Come back through the middle. Hands come to the hips. We're going to hover the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing the right leg back. We're in warrior 3. Hands come to heart center for 3, 2, 1. Step it back. We're setting up for revolve triangle. So you want the back toes on a 45-degree angle, hips relatively square to the top of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale. Left hand, left hip, right arm up overhead. Inhale and exhale as you make your way down, coming into revolve triangle. Pulling your left hip crease back as you make your way down. Gaze up towards your left palm. Shoulders pull away from the ears. From here, take your right foot, step it in beside your left as we come into revolve chair. Keep those arms straight. So right fingertips are reaching down towards the floor. Hands come back to heart center. Hands come down for a second, keeping those knees together for as long as you can. Bend the knees and then set up for your crow, which obviously means the knees have to separate at some point. We're holding here for about 5 breaths. Gaze is forwards. You're pressing in, maybe using your hands as little grips. So kind of bending the fingers, big struggle today by me. Bending the fingers and shifting your weight forwards and back as you need to in your crow pose. When you're ready, feet come back together, deep bend in the knees. We roll all the way up to stand nice and slow. Hands to hips, root down. Let the energy be calm once more. From here, 2 peace fingers on the left hand come around the big toe. Inhale, work that leg towards straight. Pulling your left shoulder back, left hip back. Open the leg out to the side. If you want, right arm out to the side or maybe right hand behind the back, looking for left inner thigh or left hip. And then gaze turns towards the right. We breathe here. When you're ready, hand comes back to the hip. Bring the right leg, left leg. Oh boy, back in front of you. Arms, biceps up by the ears. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, send it back. Warrior 3 on this side. Pull your right hip crease back. If you're trying to balance, it's okay. Fight for it. For 3, 2, 1. Step back. We prepare for revolve triangle. Inhaling, left arm up. And exhale, take it down. Left hand outer edge of right foot. Right arm up towards the sky. Breathe here. When you're ready, turn your gaze forwards. Bend your right knee. Step your left foot to join your right as we come into revolve chair. Try to get that left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. And then when you're ready, hands come back to heart center. Inhale with the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Any arm balance you want here, or maybe handstand preps. Just spend some time upside down. If neither one of those things are appealing to you right now, totally fine. You can just take a forward fold. Maybe even kind of trying to bind behind the legs. So just upside down. We'll stay for about 5 more breaths here. Deep bend in the knees, roll all the way up to stand. Nice work. When you're ready, we'll take a mini flow to make our way back to down dog. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. And then when you're ready, feet are coming out in front of us. If you want to jump through, you can do that. If not, you can slide those legs out in front of you. Nice work. When you're ready, bend the knees in. Palms turn up towards the sky, and then exhale as you roll your way down, coming all the way onto your back. Arms are out in cactus. Shift the hips over to the left. Knees fall to the right. Twist. Relax. When you're ready, make your way over to the other side. When you're ready, come back to the middle. And we'll just draw the knees into the chest for a second. And then open the legs up for happy baby. In your happy baby, see for something new, or maybe you do this regularly. This is a new thing for me. Try to snuggle your elbows to the insides of the calves. And then bend the arms, bend the elbows, and try to get the knees down closer to the floor. At the same time, you're trying to get your tailbone to stay connected to the floor. So I just find with the elbows on the inside, we end up kind of getting a deeper stretch in the inner thighs. Breathing here. And then go ahead and release those legs. I will give you a minute here to kind of do a pose that you think would finish off your practice nicely. Now, I've already practiced today, but if I was kind of in my full practice mode, I think pincha or a headstand might feel nice here to kind of finish off, or a shoulder stand or some kind of inversion. Now, as I said, I already practiced, so I'm headed towards broken bridge pose for about a minute here. But pick what you think is going to finish your practice off nicely. When you are ready, begin to make your way down into your Savasana, whatever that looks like for you today. And just begin to do a self-directed scan of the body. So saying hello to each part of the face and then continuing down. And loving our body completely is sometimes difficult, so I won't ask you to give love to each part of your body as you scan it, but I do ask you to at least say hello, at least acknowledge those parts that maybe aren't feeling the best, or you aren't feeling the best towards. If you find your mind traveling to other parts of your day or other sections of your mind, see if you can just try to bring it back here only for a few moments. You will undeniably become distracted again at some point. But just try without judgment to bring your attention back to the body. And when you're ready, begin to introduce some movement back into the body. You can gently rock the head from side to side, and then roll over onto your side. Go ahead and roll your way back up to a cross-legged seated position, and we'll just finish off here with some alternate nostril breathing. So Nadi Shodhana, if you're familiar. Take your left hand down. You can bring your pointer finger and thumb together. And then bring your right thumb to your right nostril. We'll inhale here. Inhale through the left nostril as the right nostril's closed. And then close. Exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. And we'll just do a few rounds of that. And just go ahead and finish your last set. Bring the palms down towards the knees. Notice how you feel. And then bring the hands to heart center. The highest in me bows to the highest in each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Namaste. Talk soon.